Does Israel have a right to exist?
That's a great way to start. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, this is a question that's asked in the media a lot, right? It was like, does Israel have the right to exist? Do you condemn Hamas? Right? First of all, rights are reserved for people. There's such a thing as human rights. Never heard of state rights. So the question becomes, does Israel, in its current construction, formation, and legislative and policy configuration, does it allow either its citizens or the people under its jurisdiction the right to exist? That is the real question. It is not the question of whether Israel has the right to exist. Because as far as I'm concerned, Israel does exist. I don't know if anybody's looked at either a map or international kind of... Israel exists. That is not something that is negotiable or open to consideration. But the real question is, what is Israel? What is this Israel that we're describing? So if Israel's constitution is an exclusionary, exclusivist, supremacist one, then I don't support it. That's not the same as saying it doesn't have the right to exist, because it does exist, but I don't support it. In the same way that I wouldn't support this country if it were an exclusionary, supremacist state that does not permit all of its citizens to flourish and to exist in an environment that is compassionate. So for me, that is a false question. It is a question, you're not responsible for it, but it is a question designed to trump the true priorities of whether or not Palestinians and Palestine has a right to exist. Because as far as I'm concerned, that is the one being eradicated systematically and institutionally. So if Israel has the right to exist, so does Palestine. But what does Israel mean and what does Palestine mean? The vast majority of Palestinians, as I mentioned in that last slide, want self-determination, freedom, justice, and the right to return. But Israel makes that impossible, impermissible in the moment, and impossible in the future. So for that reason alone, Israel is not the topic of conversation. Quite the contrary, it is Palestine.